Alright, so this video goes into blending. Now, you can see I have two different examples here. Here's one of the walls that I just duplicated over and over again, and you can see that looks pretty cool. Over here, I got another one. Now look at the interior of this one, and look at the exterior. It's a finished model, and it's just grouped together walls, segments. So if I ever wanted to put a door in here, no big deal. It's already done, and I don't have to work anything on the interior as far as texturing is concerned. Okay, so what about this one? Well, on the outside of the building, looks really cool. Inside of the building, not so cool. Because of the simple fact this is one-sided geometry that I used for this little section right here. So what am I going to do? And if you look, I also have to build something that makes these corners a lot better. Alright, so depth has consequences. Now, what you can do is I could start using BSP and static mesh together. So here's this building brush. Now the thing about this is grid snapping is probably out the window. You do not have it, nor will you ever gain it. We could try, but in most cases I don't know if it's going to happen. Okay, so I'm just going to lower this grid spacing quite a bit. Then I'll just remake my cube. That way it has better grid spacing. So you can see now it lines up better. Just going to go into edit because it's faster. Make sure it's on world space. And no, I'm not going to get the good grid spacing, but that's okay. So what I'm doing here is just roughing in the shape. And I'm going into all views. So it looks like this building's floating a little bit, so I can bring the platform up. It would be faster than bringing everything else down. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm just going to hit add. So it clashes through with some of it, but now that I've added it, I now have to get rid of my building brush and then edit only the actual brush itself. So in this case, I got to look for that blue interior. This one. And then I'm going to have to tone it down quite a bit. Again, grid spacing really does help here. Alright, let's look at that side that I'm affecting and see if it's clashing through or not. Rebuild it. And there we go. So now it's not clashing in anymore, and it sits nicely inside. Now this stuff's a different story. When it actually collides with geometry, it doesn't cause the backface culling problems that it has before with static meshes. So static meshes have normals, and it's the buildup of normals that cause the backface culling to occur in shiny spots. But here, when this stuff comes in contact with it in the interior thin wall, it does not have that problem. All right, good. Now I'm just going to hollow this out. Again, to design another brush that sits on the inside of this thing. Looks like I got a little bit more adjusting to do on that side. There we go. Again, just to speed things up, I usually work like this. Don't make your walls too thin, just a tip. All right, let's hollow this out. So I do a subtract. All right, now can I get inside the building? Obviously, I'm going to have to cut a door somewhere, but the interior is, in fact, whole. It's very boring looking, right? Look how boring that looks. So the majority of the tricks that I have to now do would be with texture. We're not there yet as far as texture is concerned and teaching you texture and materials. But this would be where I would leave you until later chapters. All right, so compare the two. I mean, with a little bit of prep work, you can get this type of look on the inside of your buildings. No texturing. Or if you want really dynamic buildings that require a little bit more love on the outside and not so love on the inside, you can get this look, squares. And then as we put material down, it looks better and better. Obviously, we're going to have to set some trim in here and try to figure out something to make depth. All right, so that's the two compared to each other. I just wanted to share it with you, and let's go on to the next video.